I'm John Janarone, Editor-in-Chief of Tech Edge. Thrilled to be here in beautiful downtown San Francisco at the 2025 RSAC conference, and I've got with me right here our first guest of the entire program. I've got Omer Itzhak, who's VP of Product at Cytactic. Omer, thanks for joining us.
Thank you so much for being here.
So, Omer, if you look around, there are a whole lot of cybersecurity companies here. Can you tell us a bit about Cytactic and what sets you apart from some of them?
Of course. So Cytactic develops a SaaS platform that helps organizations to prepare towards a cyber crisis, and if unfortunately it actually happens, to actually manage the crisis on top of it. So I'd say it's very rough, but like in the landscape, right, of cybersecurity, where there are great solutions for prevention and for detection, we're focused on the response. Moreover, in the response area, we are focusing not only the technological aspects, but more of like the more organizational type of response towards the incident, understanding this is a multidimensional type of problem.
You know, that sounds like a natural way to do things. The company that helps you prepare ought to be there when there's a crisis response. Is that not always the case? Sometimes you have different people doing different things?
Basically, incidents happen more and more rapidly, right?
Yeah.
And yet, like a very major attack, it's not necessarily something that happens every day.
Right.
And organizations many times find themselves getting into this situation when they have many people from different departments need to collaborate together, understanding, wait, those people, maybe some of them we don't even have right now, a lot of them don't know the responsibility and the roles, maybe have never prepared for the specific tasks they need to do, and they get to the situation very, very much not right.
Can you tell us about some of the specific pain points that you were able to address in a better way than some of the competition out there?
Okay, so the pain point that we are talking about, right, and the type of problem that Cytactic's platform is coming with a solution to, is that in today, world, cyber attacks are, getting more and more frequent, causes damages in all fronts that are just getting higher. Attackers get more and more sophisticated, technology evolves, and whereas these two, go forward, organizations in many aspects don't necessarily. Well, they go forward with technological in many other aspects, but not necessarily in the way they react as an organization, right, to the evolving type of threats. And this pain point, which is like, a cyber crisis incident is something that organization never wants to find themselves in. Right? And what we try to bring to the table is an actual technological platform, a new kind of solution in this domain and this landscape that helps the organizations understand better in advance what they are about to meet according to their threat landscape and to their risks and exposure, prepare well, and build their team towards this potential incident, and then once it's unfortunately, hopefully not, but probably maybe yes, actually occurs, to better manage it together.
Makes a lot of sense. Now, everyone in the world knows that AI is now because of ChatGPT, probably, but I feel like in your world, AI has probably been around longer and you're using it in a very real way. I mean, we interview companies that are selling shoelaces and talk about their AI. Tell us about how you guys truly deploy AI.
Well, so it's such a good question and very interesting. That's true. Like AI is everywhere, right? However, there is something very interesting we see in this specific field, right, of cyber crisis management, which is about the data itself. The data is many times very sensitive to the organizations. It's many times in the cyber incident themselves is manual or localized care, right? And other than that, I'd say that the data that is existing out there many times is incomplete, fragmented, and just like we said before, many of it is undocumented as well. So I think the way we approach to this problem is that in Cytactic platform, basically the data is grounded in expertise of great people, industry leaders that work with us from all different fronts that are the engine in the platform itself is actually based on. And in addition to that, the attributes both of the incident itself, if chosen, and the organizations, of course, is taken also in consideration with the recommendations of the platform.
I have to ask you, Omer, and this is something that jumps out to me about your company, and perhaps part of the inspiration of the name Cytactic is you really do identify specific risks before you help a company develop a preparedness plan. Can you explain how you do that? Because I'm not sure it works that way with every company that's in your field.
Right. So definitely, you're very right? resources are always limited, money and time, etc. And it's very, very important to keep your organization focused. And that's a perfect question. What a Cytactic platform and the fact that solution it provides is actually technological, allows it, is to collect the data about the organization, their industry and the regulation and the type of things that they're doing, the type of customers that they have, etc. And according to that, actually customize better, their all readiness journey, we'd call it, starting from the response plans, moving on to their simulations and to their drills for teams, etc. Based more on their risks that are more relevant. Once again, like I mentioned before today, their organizational attributes. So this is how we basically run different organizations according to the risks need through different type of paths.
All right, it makes a lot of sense. Well, Omer, this has been a terrific interview. Thanks for joining me here. I'm John Janarone, signing off from RSA Conference 2025 in San Francisco, California.